Oh,
Possible now. Good
okay,
evening. How are
great.
you?
I am great. How about you?
Yes, I'm doing good too. Thank you. How was your day?
Mm-hmm.
Busy day today?
It was just filled with mundanity, not a very good day, actually. What about you? How was your day?
Yeah, just routine work. Yeah, nothing special. Yeah, just
Yeah.
normal, monotonous.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how's your winter going? Anything special?
Winter?
Yeah, I mean, are you enjoying
Yeah.
winters?
No, I do not like winters. I do not like the cold weather either.
Really?
I like it
So
when
which
it is
season?
like really sunny. So I feel alive when, sun is out. I feel dull and gloomy during the winter season. So basically, I do not
Mhm.
like winter.
Oh, okay. And what about like rainy weather or stuff like that?
Rainy is still okay, but it shouldn't be cold. Yeah, if it's raining, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, I can
Hmm.
understand that. Honestly speaking, I really love winters and I'm like extremely fond of winters. But for some strange reasons, I'm not enjoying this winters. I really cannot wrap my head around as to why this is happening with me, but I really am not getting that cozy vibe anymore.
Maybe it depends on the mindset. Maybe it has changed
Yeah,
now.
maybe. Yeah, I guess so. But I
Okay,
love
yes, yes.
really,
Okay, I want to know a little about you.
yeah, sure. So I'm Myra from Karachi, Pakistan. I'm doing masters in English literature, and apart from that, I am also a language trainer. I teach English in an institute. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Is that your full-time job, teaching?
not exactly. I mean, I'm just doing it for like passing my time and for gaining some experience.
Okay, wow. Okay, so basically you're a student
I'm a
and
student.
working both. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what about you?
Yes, my name is Shanta. I live in South India. This is a state called Karnataka, so I belong to Karnataka. So I also teach spoken English
Mhm.
online as a trainer. And but basically, I'm an engineer. I was a software engineer. I worked in the IT industry many years ago. So currently, I run a YouTube channel as well. It's been around 3 months that I've started a channel. So I basically upload conversations,
Mhm.
talk to people, get to know them. So yeah, that's my YouTube journey.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely checking out your YouTube channel and I was like really, I mean, I saw that you have been lately getting a lot of views and there's a lot of growth on your channel, right? So how did
Yeah,
that
yeah.
feel? Like when starting your YouTube channel, were you expecting that?
Um, Not exactly. I didn't have any expectations. I just, took it as an adventure. So let's see what happens. Let's give it a try. That's it.
Wow. And now you're like making a lot of progress. Also, I think that one of your videos just went viral with Dihati Madam, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got the maximum views on my channel.
Yeah, so what was your reaction when you got that many views?
No, honestly, I was expecting it. Dehati ma'am is such a famous personality, and I really wanted to talk to her. Like, the day I started my channel, not the day exactly, maybe like during the starting of
Mhm,
the journey, I mailed her. Okay, so I got her
mhm,
reply like 20-25 days later. So she said we are going to join on a particular day. But that day she didn't show up because of some issue with her phone. So again, after 15 days, she told me, okay, I'll be available. So I was like, really, ma'am, can I get to talk to you? So then finally we were able to join, and yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely talking to her because, um, sometimes your perspective of a person changes when you talk to them, right? So that is what happened
mhm,
with me as well. So it is different when assuming what kind of people they are, then like talking to
mhm,
them and then knowing, it kind of changes your
mhm.
perspective of people. So it was a lovely experience talking to her. I never knew like when the session went that long, so we just kept talking. So I basically enjoyed talking to her.
Okay, that's great. So, did your perspective change after talking with her? Like, what was your
Yes, it did.
perspective before? Okay.
Yeah, before talking, she's famous, right? She has two YouTube channels. She's got a lot of followers. So the thing,
Yeah.
the perspective was different. Maybe she has a lot of air around her or something. I didn't know exactly what to expect from it. But like the minute I connected the call and see her smile, that thing kind of faded away. It was quite different. She has a kind of warmth and no attitude. It's difficult for a person to be like that basically once you've tasted success. But yeah,
Exactly.
that changed. That changed when I spoke to her. She's a lovely
Honestly,
woman. Yeah.
absolutely. Honestly speaking, I also had some preconceived notion about Dihati madam, and I thought that she probably would be slightly snobbish or something like that. But when I actually talked with her, I was like, wow, she's so affable. She's like, her demeanor is so amicable. I really liked her. And the conversation was like really productive. So, yeah, I think that we both had the similar kind of experiences.
Yeah, we had different perspectives, but after talking, something else happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's why we say that never judge a book by its cover.
very true.
It's
Very
so,
true. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, so tell me something more about yourself. Like what inspired you to create a YouTube channel? And
As I
what's the one thing that you learned so far after having conversations with so many different people?
actually, I started my YouTube channel because I was already working as a spoken English trainer for a platform. The name of the platform was
Mm-hmm.
Talkie. So I was working, and then I saw learners were joining me and posting these conversations on their YouTube channel if they had one. So after
Mm-hmm.
noticing that, I realized that I liked doing this actually. But getting
Mm-hmm.
enough learners from the platform was difficult. Talking to a person every day, I didn't have much
Mm-hmm.
learners from that platform. So I thought like I'll start a YouTube channel so then people will approach to talk. So this is what I enjoy doing rather than teaching or something. Meet people and talk to them. So that is the reason I started my YouTube channel and started having conversations. And the thing that I learned, yeah, first thing is don't judge a book by its cover, as you said. And not only YouTubers, I talk to everyone who approaches me. Okay, just no, common
Mm-hmm.
people also. They need not have a YouTube channel to talk to me. Send me a mail, and I am happy. And I'm talking to youngsters like 18 years old and elderly 71, 72. So I am so happy doing that. And talking to people of different age groups, their experiences from different professions, different backgrounds, different part of the world. So it's beautiful. It's very nice. It reinforces your belief in there are good people exist. Sometimes when you are
Absolutely.
around the four walls of your house, you kind of forget what life like is like outside. So, but this platform, it's given me the opportunity talking to people. I enjoyed the journey so far.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Actually, I also had a similar kind of experience, like for example, a couple of years ago, I was like really, I was literally losing my faith in humanity, and I literally thought that there are no good people left on this planet. But once I created my YouTube and collaborated with so many people. I mean, just like you, I also talked with common people who did not have like a YouTube channel or something like that, and they only
Mm,
wanted to talk because they wanted to practice English or just for the heck of it. So I talked with all those people, and I really had a great time. And I realized that there are so many good and amazing people out there in the world. So yeah.
exactly. It's so strange, what you are feeling, I'm feeling the same thing, or likewise.
Exactly. We have kind of similar experiences, right? Maybe we have similar kind of mindset or something like that.
Yes, yes, that could be the reason, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that we are like really privileged that we have access to social media and we can approach people from different countries and different parts of the world. I mean, people before our generation did not have access to all these kind of technology. So I feel quite
Yes.
lucky to be born in this era. What's your take on
Mm.
that?
It's true, right? Even we didn't have access to it like some years ago, maybe like 10 years
Yeah.
ago, 50. And data was also not this cheap. Who could have thought like you could look at a person and talk to them? So yeah, this is very, I would thank technology for it. It's very nice, very
Exactly.
convenient. You are in Pakistan and I'm in India. I would never assume talking to a person from Pakistan, looking at her and talking. So wonderful.
Absolutely. When I was like I don't know, in fifth standard or sixth standard, my uncle had a computer and he used to like video call people from different countries. So when I used to watch him doing all that stuff, I would get really intrigued, and then I also used to talk with his friends. So as I kind of grew up, I always had this fascination with, video calling the strangers from different countries. And I used to do that a lot in my childhood as well. Like,
Oh.
when we had the smartphones introduced in the beginning, that's when I started doing that. But I never could have imagined
Hmm.
that one day I actually would be able to share it with the rest of the world as well.
So you were kind of aware and used to this talking, right?
Yeah, you can say that. At a very young age. So I think that
Hmm.
really boosted my confidence as well, and that also kind of made me feel less lonely because uh, I mean, the people that are around you might not necessarily be really nice to you, right? And as a result of that, you might feel left out. You might not feel, as if you are worthy enough to have friends and stuff like that. But when you have online friends, it changes your perspective. It makes you more self-assured and more self-reliant. So that's what happened with me as well.
Yes, and talking to people who are around you, we already know so much about them, and we no longer have much things to talk to them. But when we meet strangers, and there is so much we are curious about each other, we want to know, we want to talk. So, yeah, that is a
Mhm.
good thing actually to get you talking.
Exactly. And not only that, but like for example, if you're interested in any specific topic, which might be a very like, there are certain topics which not many people know about, right? So if you're interested in
Mm.
those kind of topics, you can always find people online and you can just always exchange your experiences and stuff like that. So that's also something that I found really helpful in my case.
Yes, true. That's right.
Yeah.
So tell me more about you. Do you have any hobbies and what kind of a person are you?
Yeah, I love reading books actually. I'm an avid reader and I love indulging myself into an escapism. And apart from that, I'm a sucker for like Netflix series and Korean dramas as well. And apart
Okay.
from that, yeah, and apart from that, I really like to accumulate knowledge about different topics, specifically the kind of topics which are not like in the mainstream media or not many people know about the kind of topics. Yeah. Yeah, like for
Mm.
example,
Right.
stuff related to parapsychology and stuff related to astronomy, subconscious mind, and stuff like that.
Right. You like to take the path which is less trodden, I think, right? That is the reason maybe your vocabulary is also very different and you have a lot of words in your vocabulary, I would say.
Yeah, I guess so. I think reading really helps you to like expand your vocabulary. And I have been a voracious reader since my childhood. So maybe that's the reason.
Oh, that explains everything, right? It is not enough if you just read. You have to put it into practice as well.
Exactly. That's very true. And in order to incorporate all those words, you have to like, keep repeating them in your mind or keep reviewing them as well. Otherwise, you just forget them, right?
Yes, yes. And it doesn't come to you naturally. Like when you're talking, unless you're used to using those words, they won't come to you.
Exactly, that's very true. And what about you? What are your hobbies? You also yourself
I
a very speaker, so I would definitely like to know about your journey as well.
I learned English since from my childhood. I went to an English medium school and I spoke English at home as well. So I had an English
Mhm.
environment around me. So that's how I learned English. But I do love reading books, but nothing like off stream. I like reading mainstream. I like drama, thriller, romance, this kind of books. Basically, I read novels by any author. It doesn't
Novels.
matter, Indian, international, any author. I love reading novels and that
Hmm.
I like listening to music. I love watching movies. Big time movie
Hmm.
buff. And but right now I don't have time for any of this. Only YouTube. I'm working for my channel. People are contacting me, replying to mails. Checking comments, replying to comments. Yeah, that is what my life is like from the past 3 months. No other hobby as
Wow,
of now.
that's really amazing. So, if I would ask you to recommend me any good book, which book would you recommend me? Or a couple of
I
books,
love
maybe?
Yeah, I love reading Chetan Bhagat novels. So I would recommend
Okay.
Girl in Room 105.
Okay.
And I would recommend Two States. Yeah, but these two books
Okay.
I would recommend. Yeah, if you want to read novels.
Yeah, yeah. Two states and the girl in
Girl in Room
uh
105.
105. Okay, great. I'm gonna Google them and yeah, of course, I'm gonna read them. So, what's the genre, by the way?
Romance, drama, suspense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Two
That's
States is all
nice.
about romance, but Room 105 is kind of different. You have a lot of things in the book. It's like a
Okay. Okay.
crime
So, are you
thriller.
crime thriller? So, are you more into thrillers or into romance, which is like your most favorite genre?
Romance.
Romance. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that most of the women are like more interested in romance genre, right? This is something that
Yeah.
I've noticed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the as to why they do it is because in reality we cannot really find a real love. Like, I mean, it doesn't really exist. So we
Yeah.
prefer life vicariously and experience those emotions vicariously.
True. Rightly said. Rightly said. And I think men are more into self-help kind of books, finance,
Exactly.
self-help.
That's very true. Although there was a time in my life when I was obsessed with self-help books, and that really
Oh.
tremendously helped me. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about the time when I was just a child. I must have been in like seventh or eighth standard. Yeah. But it really helped me, because I was like, I think I've always been a very aspirational person. And that really helped me to like, find a way and, to just, motivate myself and become more self-reliant. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you into music as well? Do you like listening to music?
Yeah, and in fact, there was a point in my life when I actually used to sing as well. I gave a couple
Oh.
of interviews as well at a very young age, but eventually I left singing. Yeah.
Mm. Pakistan has a lot of, very good singers, I would say, and the songs produced by those singers, they are very good actually. Kafi Khalil and that Ik Lamha song, these are very, hummable, I would say. They stay with you.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. And have you heard this song Pasuri? It's a Pakistani song.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I have. It's such a famous song.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pasuri
But
and Ik
I,
Lamha and Kahani Suno. So I just love these songs.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I haven't heard Ek Lamha, but I will now.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have to.
and I think. Yeah, yeah, of course. I definitely will. And I love Indian songs. I really, really love Indian songs. I love Shreya Ghoshal. She's like super popular
Yeah.
in Pakistan. And Arijit Singh. Like people are crazy
Mm.
about Arijit.
Yeah, yeah. They are like, currently ruling the industry when it comes to music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and Shreya has like really mellifluous, really melodious voice. Like, I don't think any other girl can sing like how Shreya sings. Like it's just so magical, right?
Yes, yes. And it doesn't matter what kind of song she's singing. It kind of, gels into everything. Whatever she sings, it's
Exactly.
it's beautiful.
It's really beautiful. And what about movies? What kind of movies do you like to watch?
Movies, I like suspense, thriller, romance, the same genre. Like what happens with books, the same with movies. I do not like too much of
Mhm.
violence. I am not into horror movies. I used to be as a kid, but not any longer. Yeah, once that
Same
scared thing, I mean, yeah, once you get scared to the core, you just stop watching horror movies. Yeah.
same here. I was crazy horror movies at my childhood, but as I grew up, I kind of lost interest in horror movies because I don't get scared. Either I don't get scared at all, or I get so scared that I cannot sleep at night. That's what
True,
happens.
true. Yes, yes. You kind of, start imagining scenes of like horror happening in your room. That is when I stopped watching
Yeah.
horror movies.
Exactly. That also happened with me. So I remember when I was younger, my cousins were there and we were just, we were all like gathered in my nanny's house and we were watching Bhool Bhulaiya of Akshay Kumar. And I had a
Okay.
blast at that. It was such an amazing day. And I mean, whenever I think about Bhool Bhulaiya, it always reminds me of my childhood. Because
Have
as
you watched
kids
the
we were,
part two?
I did.
It was not
What
actually a
about
part
you?
two of it. It was not a sequel. It was just named like
Yeah.
Bulbulaya 2. There was nothing common in both of them. Yeah.
Except for the name of the ghost, which is Manjulika.
Yeah.
Manjulika, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I watched
Mm,
it, but I kind of that was lacking the kind of entertainment which the first movie had. Like Akshay's acting skills were just unbelievable and up to the mark.
oh, okay. I haven't seen the part one, because in South India, it was actually made originally in South India and it was remade in Bollywood. So I watched the South
Mhm.
Indian version of it. But then coming to Bollywood, I thought they might have spoiled it or something must have happened. So original is always the best. So I had already watched the
Yeah.
original. So I just skipped the Bulbulaya first part.
Okay, okay, but you should watch it. It's an amazing movie, and also like the acting skills of Vidya Balan and all the rest of the actors was just so commendable. Like you wouldn't be able
Mm,
to stop laughing. At the same time, it's really scary as well. Really liked it.
mm,
Also, like when I was obsessed with Bhool Bhulaiya, I had like tried to watch the South Indian versions of that movie, and I ended up watching them, and I
mm,
equally liked them as well. I don't remember the name,
okay.
but I did watch. Yeah.
Okay, I will watch it too then. I'll watch the part one.
Of course, it's an amazing. And what about like other movies, like any specific movie that you might have watched recently?
Recently, I'm into more in South Indian cinema. So I've been
Oh,
watching Vikram, I've been watching Leo. So latest, I went to Donkey, SRK. I
mhm.
went to Donkey, and yeah, that was my latest. Latest was Donkey.
Okay, okay. Yeah, South
Mhm.
Indian movies are pretty popular in Pakistan as well. Like they get
Oh,
dubbed in Hindi and Urdu, right? So
yeah,
many
yeah.
people are like a huge fan of South Indian movies. They're like one of my uncles was telling me that you should definitely watch it because the story is like so captivating and it keeps you engrossed up until the very end. Yeah.
Yeah, and you never know that they are so innovative. It's not the routine storytelling. It's very different. For example, there's a South Indian movie called Super Deluxe, Tamil movie, I guess. It is so different.
Mhm.
When you watch it, you don't feel like, like a mainstream cinema. It's very different, very nice. You must explore more South movies, South Indian movies.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually have a couple of movies, South Indian movies in my watch list. And one of them is called, I can remember the name of that movie, but it's like super popular. It's a South Indian
Okay.
movie. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if I ask you, like, who's your favorite actor in Bollywood or actress?
Hrithik Roshan. Hrithik Roshan,
Oh,
Deepika Padukone.
oh, and now their movie is coming. They're together in
Yeah,
a
I'm
movie.
waiting for it. Yes, Fighter.
Oh, yeah, fighter. She's looking so pretty, man. Like, Deepika has really amazing eyes.
Yes, yes, yes. Everything. Her acting has improved so much compared to what she was
Mm,
earlier. She's improved a lot.
yeah,
And even Alia Bhatt is also very good. I like her acting as well.
yeah, yeah. Alia is really good, and I really wonder why people keep trolling her. Like she's a very good actress, and also she's a very nice person as well. But I remember when she had made her debut in Karan Johar's show, she had I don't know. I mean, by mistakenly took the wrong name of the president, and everyone was just trolling her. And I was like, "What's wrong? It's just a very trivial and innocuous mistake which could be made by anyone, right?" So
Yes,
it's
yes,
like
true. Yeah. And it happens with everybody under that pressure when you're talking something, it happens. Something comes by mistake, okay. But they were supposed to like edit it and they didn't have to put it on screen, right? That she became a matter of troll for everybody. And maybe the main reason was because of nepotism, because she was such a famous, comes from a famous family. So I think people
Mhm.
prefer targeting her, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. And I also like Shraddha Kapoor. She's also like she seems
Yeah.
very calm and collected, right? That's very true, and I feel so grateful that you made time for me. Thanks a lot, and I'm extremely sorry for putting you through this problem. And thank you so much. Yeah, but
Mhm.
I have a couple of hypothetical questions before we end the session. Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So if you If you could go on a coffee with any celebrity, which celebrity would you go on a coffee with and why?
I would say Hrithik Roshan. I have been his fan ever since, like, his first movie released, Kauna Pyare. So
Mm-hmm.
since then, I really like him. So he's gone through a lot in his life. Like, if you want to I take it as a motivation. Like he had a lot of health issues, but still he managed to make it so far, and he's doing really great. He has issues with his back, even personal life
Mm-hmm.
issues are there, but still he shines. He's like a rocking still. So I would want to get some tips, meet him, and obviously he's so good looking. So why not?
Of course, that's lovely. And okay, so if you ask me the same question, I would answer it as I would like to go to. I would like to go on a coffee with PC because I think that she's so knowledgeable, and it would be really nice to have a conversation with her.
Hmm.
And apart from that, my next question is, if your younger version could meet with you right now, what she be impressed by the most?
What would she be impressed by the most now? Okay, she would be impressed by the kind of mother I am. I think so. Because I never
Mhm.
expected that, like when you have children, you never know so much of you that you can give so much. You are so giving and you have so much love within you. No, unless you have
Mhm.
children, you won't realize that. So I think
Exactly.
yeah, that thing, if the younger version of me sees, so she might be proud of it.
That's so nice. I think in my case, my younger version would be impressed by my confidence, maybe because I was not as confident as I am now in the past. And what would she be disappointed by you?
Disappointed. Mm, See,
Tough
things
question,
change
I
as
know.
we grow older. Yeah, it is a tough question. And your mentality and I would feel that I was more energetic and active, and even my thinking was a lot positive when I was younger compared to what I am now. I'm not as energetic and I'm not so into life. So much of enthusiasm is not there in my life at the moment, maybe at this phase. So I think she would be disappointed seeing that.
I promised that I was gonna say the same thing about myself and about my younger version. Because in my childhood I was like super optimistic and I had a lot of energy and I was like really spunky, but that's not the case anymore. Like I was always used to
Oh.
see the glass as half full, but now that's not the case. So I think that's what my younger self would.
Mm. Oh, wow. Our opinions match on so many levels.
Yeah, that's very true. And the last question is that if you could have any supernatural power, which supernatural power would you like to have? Teleportation, telepathy, telekinesis, or invisibility?
I would say telepathy. I would really want to know
Telepathy.
yeah, I would. Yeah. What about you?
I would like teleportation. It would allow me to like explore the world without spending money.
Mm.
Yeah, but
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, but I think that as far as the telepathy is concerned, I think it can be quite scary, like to get into the minds of other people. Like, for example, suppose if I have a friend and she's super nice to me, and what if I read her thoughts and she's like super mean about me and she's constantly judging me and hating on me? That can be really,
Yeah.
excruciatingly painful.
But it can also make you aware of who is truly true to you. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind actually, when it is really important for you to know what is happening in the other people's mind rather than, just believing how they appear themselves, how they put their thoughts. Rather than that, it is
Mhm.
better you get into their mind and know what they actually feel for you so that you can distance
Mhm.
yourself and keep only the ones who really mean good to you, close to you. So I would say telepathy.
That is very true. But in my case, I'm like super hypersensitive. So like I think that in my case, ignorance would be a bliss because like for example, if somehow I find out that someone is like really hating on me, that would really hurt me. But I think that I have this ability to like figure out that whether the other person is like actually my well-wisher or if he's just only pretending to be my friend. So I think I have that ability to already like distinguish
Mm.
between an enemy who's pretending to be a friend. So, yeah.
True, true. Even me, even I am very hypersensitive. Something somebody says, it keeps ringing in my mind for like forever. I can't get out of it. So yeah, but now I
Yeah.
think I've improved in that aspect. I am working on myself on that aspect, and I'm learning to let it go. So I'm getting out of that sensitiveness as of now. I think, life teaches you a lot as you mature. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm also trying to grow a thick skin, but let's see what happens. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Thank you. Okay, so it was a great conversation, and I think that maybe you have some stuff to do because you usually don't have
Yeah.
sessions at this,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yeah. I have
we
some, last minute dinner preparations to do, but that's it.
okay, yeah. So if you want, then we can wrap up the session, and we can also like have another session soon, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and
Definitely, we can do that. Yes. I do not want to wrap the
yeah,
session, but I have to.
yeah. No problem. I can totally understand that. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yes.
it was
Lovely
great.
talking to you and lovely knowing you. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for connecting.
Yeah, thank you so much. I have had a great time. Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye bye. Good night.